I worked the night shift at a small roadside hotel. Nothing fancy. Just 2 floors, an old elevator, and a front desk that always smelled like dust and coffee. Most nights were quiet. Truck drivers checking in late, a couple arguing quietly, someone asking for extra towels. But one night, everything felt wrong the moment I clocked in. At exactly 2:13 a.m., the phone at the front desk rang. I answered. No one spoke, just breathing. Slow, wet, close. I asked, "Hello?" The breathing stopped. Then the line went dead. A few minutes later, the phone rang again. Same thing. This time I checked the caller ID. It said the call was coming from room 307. That room was supposed to be empty. I checked the system. No guests, no check-ins. Still, hotel policy required me to investigate. I grabbed the master key and took the elevator up. When I stepped into the hallway, it was freezing. Room 307's door was slightly open. Inside, the lights were off. I knocked. No answer. I pushed the door open. The room was empty. Beds made, bathroom untouched, window closed. Then I heard it. The phone on the nightstand began to ring. I froze. Because hotel room phones don't ring unless someone calls from the front desk. And I was standing in the room. The phone stopped. And then I felt someone breathe behind my ear. I ran. I didn't look back the next morning. The manager told me something I still think about. Room 307 had been sealed for months. A guest had died there during the night shift. And every employee who answered calls after midnight quit within a week. I was a night shift security guard at a hospital. My job was simple. Walk the halls, check doors, make sure everything was locked. One night, my radio crackled. "Can you check the 4th floor?" a nurse asked. "There's movement." The problem? The hospital only had 3 floors. I laughed it off. But the elevator had a button labeled 4, something I'd never noticed before. Against my better judgment, I pressed it. The elevator rose higher than normal. When the doors opened, I stepped into a hallway that smelled old. Lights flickered, walls were peeling, rooms lined both sides, but there were no numbers on the doors. At the end of the hallway, a patient stood facing the wall, wearing a hospital gown. I called out. No response. I stepped closer. That's when I saw it. He had no reflection in the glass window beside him. He slowly turned his head. His face was pale, eyes sunken, and then he smiled. Every door in the hallway opened at once. I ran back to the elevator and slammed the button. When I reached the ground floor, I was shaking. The supervisor checked the building plans. There was once a 4th floor, closed after a fire, killed several patients during a night shift. The button was removed, or so they thought. I worked night shift at a gas station on a highway. Same customer every night, same time, 3:33 a.m. He'd walk in, buy nothing, and stand by the drinks fridge, just staring. I asked him once if he needed help. He didn't answer. One night, while restocking shelves, I felt someone standing behind me. I turned. It was him. So close I could smell something rotten. He whispered, "You shouldn't be here tonight." I blinked. He was gone. Security footage showed him entering the store, but never leaving. Then one night, he didn't come in. Instead, I found a newspaper left on the counter. Old yellow, the headline read, "Gas station clerk found dead during night shift." The photo was me, dated for the next day. I quit that night. The station burned down weeks later. Investigators found no human remains, but cameras captured a figure standing alone at the counter at exactly 3:33 a.m. I worked alone in a factory overnight. The machines were old, loud, dangerous. At 1:50 a.m., machine number 6 turned on by itself. I shut it off. 10 minutes later, it turned on again. Then every machine started at once. Emergency lights flashed. I heard footsteps running toward me, but I was alone. The intercom crackled. A voice said, "Shift change." There was no shift change until morning. Suddenly, every machine stopped. In the silence, I heard whispering right beside my head. I quit the next day. Later, I learned why. Years ago, multiple workers died during a night shift accident. Management never shut the factory down. They just kept the machines running.